Hello everyone, I'm Rayleigh and welcome back to more SoulSet. So tonight we're gonna do Marco this time. He doesn't really have any good endings, so he should be like pretty quick, I suppose. Fine. Wait. Okay, just out of curiosity, I'm gonna see what happens if I call Shira. Shira. Yeah? Is that really your name? What do you want about? Shira. Okay, fine. Let me try Shiro. How about that? Nope. Courtyard. Seems that Empress and Shiro were telling the truth. You know, you look like you haven't slept in a week. Did you come out here just to point that out? No wonder you're this grumpy. My lack of sleep is hardly at fault with that. I feel like I'm used to not sleeping much. Why are you so defensive about everything then? Are you seriously asking me that? Take a look around you. You guys are taking this whole situation way too casually. Library. Go back. Fit right in. Go with 3. I don't even need to check. Somehow I already know that I drew the king. I don't know what card I drew. Marco. I'd like to pair up with you, Marco. Me? That's what I said. Any complaints? I didn't expect that. Really? Were you hoping to end up with someone else? I could reconsider. No, it's fine. I'm just a little surprised, that's all. Anyway, who has the queen? I do. Yvonne, who do you want to pair up with? I would like to pair up with Mr. Apris if that's alright with everyone. For real? Wow, I didn't see that one coming. I was almost sure I'd be the one stuck with Mr. Grumpy Pants since I got the bloody 9. Well, that leaves you and me. I would pair up with you over Apris any day. No offense to anyone. Still, don't expect this to be some kind of joyride. I'll deal. Alright, so Mariko and me, Yvonne with Apris, and Shira with Shira. Running out of time. Come on, Mariko. Coming. This is the room we're staying in. That was quite the comeback. She's been getting on my nerves. I suppose nobody can blame her for being paranoid, considering. Are you nervous as well? I think it's normal to be a little nervous. Yeah, I'd worry about you if you weren't. Before we get to drink these, can I ask you something? Sure. Why did you decide to pair up with me exactly? You're the most suspicious. Wait, so you went along with me just to figure out if I'm hiding something or not? You could say that. It's clear you've got a handle on alchemy and foreign languages. With your supposed amnesia on top, that definitely doesn't do you any favors on my suspicion meter. I can understand that it might seem suspicious from an outside point of view. But let me ask you something. If you remembered such things yourself, would you hide the fact from everyone just in order not to attract suspicion to yourself? Or would you not care and use whatever methods you had at your disposal? I decided to go with the latter. It might seem weird, but even though I can remember some spells and formulas, I can't really remember anything about myself as a person. So your memory loss is more selective. Isn't it the same for you? I don't think so. I don't remember any spells or what kind of magic I used to use, assuming I was able to use any to begin with. See, but you do remember that magic itself is a thing, just as I remember that alchemy is a thing, and that we could possibly use it to our advantage. Alright, I can see your point. Anyway, we can discuss more of this later. We should drink these potions before they go bad. Right. You don't mind if I lie next to you on the bed, do you? As long as you behave and don't try any funny business. Don't worry, I'm quite fond of my hands. Cheers. Wait. What is it? Let's swap our potions. I was wondering if you'd suggest that. Wait, you did? You just told me that you didn't trust me, so yeah, I thought it would be pretty obvious. Did that just make you uncomfortable? Screwing with people's minds gives me the most pleasant tingle. Either way, it's good that you're careful. I don't mind swapping them if it makes you feel better. And just please try to make up your mind in less than a minute. Don't swap. Alright then, let's just drink them as it is. As you wish. This. Heavens help me. This tastes like rotten cranberry juice mixed with swamp mud, and the smell is horrible. I'm pretty sure sweaty old socks smell better than this. Welcome to the world of alchemy. Stay a while longer and you'll end up completely devoid of your sense of smell. I think mine is kinda gone already. Take comfort in the fact that you don't know what the actual ingredients are. Just imagining it makes everything so much worse. Now you have me intrigued and worried. And I'm passing out. Oh shit, this hits hard. Was there alcohol in this thing? It didn't smell like it, and yet my stomach's getting pleasantly warm. I know I'm not supposed to freak out about this, but I should really lie down. I think I'm about to. Oh, easy there. Marco? Is that his hand on my wrist? Lie down. Be careful not to hit your head. Wait, I'm alive. Was I out for long? My head feels groggy, as if I had slept for a whole day straight. But it couldn't have been that long, could it? Moreover, I'm freezing. Whose bloody idea was it to lie on top of the covers, not under them again? Marco? Oh, he's lying right next to me, with his hand still wrapped around my wrist. Well, at least it's warm. Sleep well? You're awake. Have you been watching me sleep? I woke up a minute ago myself. Are you feeling as horrible as I am? Don't even get me started on that. Have you remembered anything? I haven't. That makes two of us, then. Or at least, I don't remember remembering anything. So, from what you've been saying, either we've been total strangers all along, or the potions didn't work. Maybe I messed something up. Or maybe they've gone bad before we used them? I don't think so. They wouldn't put us to sleep if that was the case. I see. We should probably get up, huh? Go and check how the others are doing? We should do that, yeah. Unless you have other plans. Very funny. You can let go of my wrist now. No pushing my luck with you, huh? Seems like nobody's here yet. Are we the first to wake up? Possibly. Oh, you're already here. Speak of the devil. Sure. Are you sure you should be walking around on your own? I'm feeling better now. I'll try not to push myself. Don't worry. I can lend you a shoulder if you end up needing one. Just let me know. Thank you. Are Yvonne and Apris still asleep? Beats me. I can go check up on them. Just remember, no running in the hallway. How'd things go on your end? No luck. Neither Sher nor I remembered anything from these stupid potions. So it was the same for you. Wait, they did nothing for you either? Meaning that drinking these awful smelling potions got nobody nowhere? Failed plan, dude. Such an observation. Thank you kindly for rubbing that into my face. They're not in any of the rooms. What? Maybe they woke up before all of us then. Could they be in the library? Or maybe... Don't tell me they've been out in the courtyard this whole time. It's freezing out there. Let's go check that. I'll go see if they're in the library then. Yvonne? Abris? Are you here? No luck, I guess. Wait, what's that? A eerily red piece of paper is resting on the edge of the table. I'm pretty sure I would have noticed it if it had been here before. I mean, even in this mess of books, this stands out like a sore thumb. Something written on it. Soulstone. These initials. Could it be Mariko? We found them. They've been out in the courtyard all along. You can come back now. Oh, wait. Shit. This isn't what it looks like. I just found this here myself. I didn't write it. Hey, easy there. I was just wondering what kept you since you weren't coming back. A soulstone? Any idea what this is about? Not really. In any case, we should let the others see this too. A soulstone? Who wrote this? Okay, first things first, everyone calm the hell down. Mariko was the one to find the note here on her own, yeah? That makes her the main suspect by default. She could have written it herself, claiming that she's found it. You can't really argue with that kind of reasoning. However, I'd like to point out that anyone could have done it. Yvonne and Apris didn't drink the potions and stayed out in the courtyard the whole time. That's what you said, didn't you? But... Yeah, we stayed out in the courtyard, but there was a moment when I left the girl alone.
I went to fetch a blanket for her, since she was getting cold. I went upstairs to look for one, but I could have gone to the library on my way there.
What's more, Yvonne could have done the same while Abris was upstairs. Carrying on. Mariko and Marco claim that they drank the potions and were asleep the whole time, but how can either of you be sure of that when you've been asleep? If you were out cold, then you don't know if the other person has been asleep the whole time as well, no matter what they claim.
The same could be said about Cher and you.
Obviously. So, like I said, anyone could have done it. There's also the possibility... Prime suspect, our master alchemist, Marco.
How about primary suspect Shira, who seems to have a great understanding of what's been going on here so far? You know what? There are a lot of rooms upstairs.
Excuse me?
Just so it's out there. I've noticed that you've been quiet ever since you found the note. Is everything alright? Marco, you were with me the whole time, weren't you? Is that what's been bothering you? Yes, I didn't leave your side for a second. I promise. Alright. I trust you, okay? Do you really? I was thinking about going down to the basement again. Seems like the first logical place to look for that soul stone in. Would you like to accompany me? A suspicious redhead's trying to drag me into the basement with him. What could possibly go wrong, I wonder? I didn't even promise you any candy yet. How'd you see through my evil plans? It's called common sense, Marco. Jokes aside, sure, I don't mind. Let's stick together.
Mr. Apris and I can search over the library, if that's alright with everyone. So that leaves Cher and me with, what, the courtyard? I wouldn't go out there even if you paid me for it. That place is creepy and cold.
I guess that means we'll look over the hall and then the bedrooms again. So, a soul stone should probably look like a stone, right? Let's hope it does. You're taller than I am, so would you mind looking over the upper shelves? I'll stick to the tables. Sounds like a plan. Marco? Yeah? There's some kind of stone here, but it doesn't look that unusual. I don't think that's what we're looking for.
Hey, basement dwellers! Get back up here! I managed to find something!
That was fast.
Look at this wall!
I'll let you surprise me as well. Alright. Try anything else that's good. Surprise me too. You sure? I'm not accepting any refunds.
So annoying!
What if the truth isn't that complicated? Coffee. Popcorn. Door. Not staying in here alone with this guy. Why, you scared of me? No, I'm just not like that. Not like what? You know damn well what I mean. Sorry, I'll have to pass. Sorry, but I'll have to pass on that.
Okay then. If Mariko passes, I'll join you too. But only to prevent potential murder from happening.
Thanks.
Thank you, Miss Shira.
Did you decline because you wanted some alone time, or were you thinking about taking a bath with me? I won't deny that I was hoping I'd get the chance to wash your back. I was actually hoping you'd like to join me, yes. Wait, you were? Did I stutter? You promised to wash my back. I'm going to hold you to that. Let's just wait for the girls to be done. I don't mind going in last. I'll be in the kitchen. I guess that means we can go in together now. Unless you change your mind in the meantime. Are you hoping you can still get yourself out of the backwashing? Not a chance. There's no fooling around with you. Okay, so I just invited a guy to take a bath with me. I wonder if I would have done the same if I had my memories intact. It just seemed like a fun idea, though. Hopefully Marco won't make me regret it. Marco? Are you injured? What? Oh, this? Yeah, it seems so. I already had it like this when I woke up, but it's nothing serious. Mind if I take a look at it? No, but there's honestly nothing to see. It's a slash wound? It's not that deep. It's basically a scratch. That doesn't look like just a scratch to me. It's like someone cut you with something sharp, like a knife or a sword. You have no idea what caused it? None. Like I said, I woke up with my arm already treated. If you need help with anything, let me know, alright? Sure. Also, that necklace of yours must be pretty important if you can't leave it alone for a few minutes. Pay it no mind. What's in the bottle? A little secret. Honestly. Come on, the water's gonna get cold. We both know that's not true. So, you were hitting on Shira. For the last time, I wasn't hitting on anybody. I was just trying to provoke her. Someone sounds defensive. Provoking someone tells you a lot about their person, you know. It's good practice for information gathering. Is that why you're being such a tease with me? I don't know, what do you think? Would you mind if I asked you the same question you asked me back in the basement when we first met? Which one? How old do I look to you? Oh, you know, I did wonder about that for a while now. I'd say you look... 16? And you're coming on to me, thinking I'm 16? I'm not coming on to anyone. There's no harm in some playful flirting, is there? Mariko, you just invited me to take a bath with you. So? Please, stop playing dumb with me. Okay, guilty as charged. For the record, you asked me about your appearance. You look young, but you definitely don't act like a teenager. Well, I can assure you that I'm older than that. So, 18? Older. Now you're just pulling my leg. Is that an assumption, or have you actually remembered something about yourself? What if I told you that I believe I might be actually older than you are? Get real. You told me I looked like I was in my mid-20s. Or something like that, yes. So, what you're trying to say is that you're older than 20. What, 25? And you honestly expect me to believe this? Did I just burst some of your bubbles? You're getting so worked up over this. It's adorable. What? You really are pulling my leg, aren't you? Who knows? Why, you little... Hey, cut that out. You're gonna get us all wet. What is this pretty boy made of? Sugar? No, but we'll catch a cold if we go outside with our hair soaked. Ah, crap. My claw got tangled in that necklace of his. Shit. Don't breathe. Great reflexes, Marco. I understand that you panicked and wanted to cover my face, but you didn't have to tackle me into the wall while at it. Wow, we're surrounded by a cloud of dark powder. Are you finally going to tell me what's in that bottle of yours? It's sleeping powder. Sleeping powder? For self-defense, yeah? One can never be too careful around strangers with unknown intentions. And if you hadn't noticed, I'm probably the weakest person out of all of us. If someone tried to overpower me... Anyway, most of it sank into the water by now. We should be fine as long as we don't inhale or swallow it. You're worried I might do something to you? Not necessarily. Didn't it occur to you that someone might ambush us here? I'm just being precautious. It's a habit, I suppose. Don't take it personally. You're thoughtful and careful about a lot of things, I'll give you that. And I'll be honest, your survival instincts kind of baffle me at this point. You're really close. Does it bother you? Because you don't seem to be complaining. Yeah, I don't seem to be complaining. I actually enjoy the closeness. How careless would it be to get carried away a little? Nope, not coming on to me at all. Shit, now I'm staring. But he clearly finds this entertaining. Marco's making it so easy to play along to this whole game. Because that's what it is, isn't it? All of this is just a game to us both. Either that, or Marco really is the kind of person who doesn't mind these kind of advances. I'm not falling into some kind of trap, am I? You weren't lying to me about your age, were you? Cross my heart. Would you mind if I kissed you? What do you think? Would I? I swear, he's such a tease. But he doesn't seem to mind the closeness either. It's encouraging. I'll be damned, but... I act upon my whim and lean in. I carefully press my lips to his. Marco doesn't pull away. He places a hand on my hip and pulls me closer. There's nothing hesitant or shy about his actions. Marco's lips start brushing against my own, and I feel like I can melt. It's a tender kind of kiss. It feels really nice. Wow, this is unexpected. That I kissed you? No, I mean, yes, that too, but mostly the way it made me feel. I never imagined it would be this bad. This bad? I didn't mean... Marco, you're not making any sense. Please, explain. Do you regret it? No, it's not that. It's just... It could make things complicated in the longer run, for the both of us. What do you mean? You're hiding something from me, aren't you? Am I? Marco. You know what? What? I just realized that if we had both inhaled that powder, we could have drowned in here with ease. Damn it, Marco. While I'd appreciate it if your self-defense methods didn't kill us, I'd appreciate it a lot more if you didn't change the topic. We should get out of the water just to be on the safe side. Marco. Don't forget that you still owe me some backwashing. So, you trust me with your back? You really like to push your luck, don't you? You're just so fun to tease. How can I resist? What did he mean by all of that? Why did his demeanor change all of a sudden? Hey, those clothes look like they were made for you. They kind of feel that way too. Thank you for finding them. Pleasure's all mine. You know, you started being avoidant ever since you got out of the bathhouse. What's wrong? Don't you want to sleep in the same bed as me? I should be the one asking that question. Well, I won't let you sleep on the floor. We could cuddle, if you like to. It's cold in here. That almost sounds like you're trying to make excuses. Are you sure it's just cuddling you have in mind? Yes. Oh, someone looks embarrassed. You're a horrible tease, you know that? And you act like it's the first time you invited a guy to your bed. Well, thank you. Considering I don't remember doing that before, it might as well be my first. I doubt it. Excuse me? Didn't that ever cross your mind? What do you think I meant when I said that things might get complicated for the both of us? What if we both suddenly remember that we've been in love with someone else? What would you do then? Whoa, that's... I didn't consider that. I'm pretty sure I don't have anyone like that, but I'm trying to be considerate of you. You're a grown woman, Mariko. I wouldn't believe for a second that you have no one you care about in such a way. Besides, that could be true to all the people trapped in here. They probably don't realize it themselves. Is this just a theory Marco came up with, or does he actually know something? This is such a weird thought, though. If I were to imagine I had someone I cared about, and now I remember nothing of it, how would that person feel if they found out about this? Would the circumstances we're in make it justifiable? You're right. This is irresponsible of me. Thank you for understanding. I definitely enjoyed the flirting, and everything's fun and games as long as it's just fun and games. It's fine with me as long as some lines don't start getting crossed. That being said, I don't mind us cuddling for the night. But let's keep these kind of things in mind and try not to get carried away, yeah? So, you're afraid of things getting serious? Aren't you? Back at the bathhouse, was that your first kiss? Would you be disappointed if it wasn't? Considering it probably wasn't my first either, I don't think I have the right to be disappointed about anything. Did you remember something in that regard? No, but I'm really starting to get the feeling that you actually know more about me than you let on. Does the name Feather mean anything to you, Marco? Feather? Now that you mention it, you called out that name when I first found you. I did? Is it someone important? I have no idea. I remember meeting him when I was younger. But those are the only memories I have. no idea who he was to me. The note we found in the library was signed with his initials. I've been constantly wondering about the connection. Do you remember what the guy looked like? Fairly tall, blonde, black hair, green eyes, lots of jewelry. I think it would be easy to mistake him for a woman. Do you know him? Remember how I said that I saw such a barrier from the outside once before? I think he might have been the person I saw inside of it back at the time. Whenever that time was. Really. But that's all I remember. The context is lost on me. Huh? Marco, did you know if Feathor was alone at the time? Were you alone at the time? I think so. Why? Just asking. Well, we just established that we both know him, one way or another. I'm curious if he's tied into our current predicament somehow. Considering not just anyone can set up such a barrier, and he clearly managed to do that at least once, I'd say the chances are high. Not just anyone. Time magic is a tricky devil to control. You won't find any normal books referring to it anywhere, I assure you. Huh. How do you know that? I just know. You're asking me things I'm unable to answer. Alright. I'll stop pushing it. Sorry. It's just been one hell of a day. Can't argue with that one. Should we call it a night? We can always discuss more things tomorrow. Yeah. So, cuddles? Marco? Yes, I'd like that. You're warm. As are you. Would you mind becoming my personal heater? Be careful. My services might be expensive. I think I'll be able to afford them. Good night. Good night, Mariko. Russell. Huh? Oh, I must have stirred my sleep. Marco? Wait, he's gone. The space beside me is empty and cold. Did Marco get up before me? He should have woken me up and let me know at least. Russell. What's making that noise? Is that a piece of paper? Is this another note? It's handwritten, but it has a number at its corner. It looks like a page torn out of a book. Whatever's written on it, it's nonsense to me. Did Marco lose it? I guess I'll take it with me. I wonder if anyone else is awake. Marco? Nobody's here. Maybe Marco's just down in the basement again. Wait. Sure? What's she doing on the floor? Sure, are you alright? Hey, talk to me. She's... Thank the heavens she's breathing. For a moment there, I thought... She's unconscious, though. What the hell happened? Did her wound give her a hard time again? I should get her upstairs. Shira, are you there?
Holy shit! Ugh, don't scare me like that. Oh, what the hell happened?
I was hoping you could tell me. I found her like this down in the basement. I think she's just unconscious. I'll place her on the bed.
I was asleep the whole time. Sure was supposed to be asleep here with me, too. Wait, you said you found her in the basement? What the hell were you doing down in the basement?
I was looking for Marco.
Oh boy. I'm guessing he didn't go downstairs for a midnight snack.
I don't know. We also went to bed together, and I just woke up alone, so I went looking for him.
Did he do this?
I have no idea. I looked everywhere, but I couldn't find him. Wait, I didn't check the front yard yet, nor the cold storage.
Shit. I should have seen something like this coming. I knew this whole situation was just too good to be true.
What do you mean?
Read some novels sometime.
Shira, this isn't the time for jokes.
Do you see me laughing? I'm completely serious. We need to plan our next steps and be careful about it. Any news on Yvonne or Apris?
I didn't see them anywhere, so they might just be asleep in their room. I went straight to you after I found Shur.
Which is either a good thing or a very bad thing.
Why do you say that?
You're aware that I can't trust you, right? For all I know, all this might be part of your plan. What guarantee do I have that this whole thing isn't some kind of ruse you and Marco came up with? Am I next on the list?
With that way of thinking, I shouldn't trust you either.
Sadly, that's how it works.
This is just great.
Wait, where are you going?
Yvonne, Apris, can you hear me? You don't have to shout. What's wrong? Oh, good. You're alright. Is Yvonne with you?
Good morning.
As you can see, she's a heavy sleeper. Just give her a moment. Marco went missing and Shur's unconscious.
Huh? What happened?
I wish I knew. We were in the room the whole time. I didn't sleep, so I did hear someone walking down the stairs, but I didn't make much of it.
When was that?
A few hours ago, the first time. The second and third time didn't happen that long ago. I'm guessing that was you going down and coming back up then.
Considering the situation we're in, let me just point out that it was a bit irresponsible of you to leave Shur alone with me like that. Huh? We should stick together from now on. I have no idea what happened, but leaving anyone on their own at this point is another potential disaster in the making.
Till we figure out what's happening, I agree.
Where do you want to go? Where do we want to go? The library? The kitchen? Stay in one of the rooms?
The library is the most spacious.
I'll carry Shur downstairs then.
Let me help you with that. I'm afraid this is a worse condition than just being unconscious. What's wrong with her? Her soul seems to be gone.
What?
So she's just a lifeless vessel now?
Well, technically she's still alive. You could think of her as being in a coma. But if her consciousness doesn't come back and she stays like this...
Her body won't be able to sustain itself on its own.
In other words, she's going to starve to death. Or die of dehydration. Could we keep feeding her somehow?
You could try. But if she doesn't wake up at all anymore, there wouldn't be much point in doing that, would there? Well, sure is one thing. Marco's still missing. Whether he's somehow tied into this or not. I wanted to check the front yard because I haven't gotten the chance to look there yet. Should we go with you?
I'd like to see if the books won't tell us anything about Miss Sher's condition. If you wouldn't mind. In this situation, every minute counts. Alright then. Really don't like the idea of us splitting up, but I guess there's no helping it. You two stay here. I'll accompany Mariko.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Come on. There doesn't seem to be any fresh bodies in the bushes. No Marco's here either.
The last place to look is the cold storage. Please don't tell me someone locked him up in there.
You know, I wasn't sure if I should ask, but I noticed you've been scratching your hand for a while now. Are you okay?
Huh? I was so absorbed with everything that I hadn't even realized. But Shira's right. My hand does feel somewhat itchy. What?
I'm not the expert here, but that sure as hell doesn't look healthy. Are those bruises?
I have no idea what this is. But now that I think about it, my whole hand's starting to feel a little stiff. Let's go check the cold storage in the kitchen.
Are you sure you don't want Yvonne to check up on you first? No Marco's in the cold storage either.
Which is both reassuring and worrying. Where is he then?
Would you like us to double check every room?
Let's do that, please.
So, either he's hiding somewhere and doesn't want to be found, or he's managed to find a way out of here.
The possibilities are endless. What are the odds that his time in the barrier ran out? I mean, we all assume that it's our first time being inside of such a barrier. What if it's not? What if we all have less time to spare than we think we do?
You know, that's one scary thought. And now that you point that out, it actually freaks me out that none of us thought about that earlier.
He could be dead and buried somewhere in either of the yards by now, too.
You don't sugarcoat anything, do you? Guys, we might have another problem.
What happened? You find him?
We didn't, but Mariko... Crap, is it just me or is this stuff spreading worryingly fast?
Oh dear, Miss Mariko, your hand. We noticed it when we were out in the courtyard. Any idea what's happening to me? Would you mind if I inspected it? Go ahead. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
Holy crap, man, what the actual... Did your finger just fall off?
It didn't fall off, it crumbled to ash. The claw fell off simply because there's nothing to keep it in place anymore. Well, this is... worrying. You seem to be taking this quite well.
No kidding. How are you able to stay so calm?
It doesn't hurt, it's just sort of itchy.
No, no, no. Whatever you do, don't scratch it, Miss Mariko. That would probably make it spread faster.
Do you know what's wrong with me?
I believe this might be caused by some kind of curse. Miss Mariko, you must have been cursed somehow. And it's possible that the cloud was stopping the curse from spreading all along.
A curse? Why did this start spreading all of a sudden then?
Possibly because the spell cast on the claw stopped working? Could we still recast it? Maybe, if I knew what kind of spell it was. Not only that, we need to put some kind of bracelet or glove on your hand at this point for it to work. I'm not sure it would be possible to reverse the damage that's been already done. Shit. So we're running out of time as we speak.
And if we don't stop it...
Finding the right book might take some time, assuming there even is one that can help us with this. Well, trying to find it is still better than standing around and waiting for a fairy godmother to appear. Apris, would you mind looking for something that could work as a bracelet?
I'll do that. Oh wait, I just remembered something.
What is it?
I woke up with some kind of note in my bed. I thought Marco had lost it, and I couldn't make sense of it, but maybe?
Don't tell me.
This page...
I don't get a word this is saying. Well, the page number seems to be 43. That's where my input ends.
These look like just random scribbles to me. What about you, Yvonne? Are you able to read it?
Not all of it, but... If I'm understanding this right, this is an enchantment spell that freezes an item in time for a set amount of time.
So that claw of yours really needed to be enchanted with it.
So basically, it was keeping your finger frozen in time and stopping the curse from spreading. From what I understand, the spell has a limit for how long it can work during a single use, so it needs to be recast before it stops working for a continuous effect. Like, over and over again? That's kind of a nasty thing to live with. Not to mention that losing your memories is practically a death sentence with that kind of condition.
Will you be able to recast it?
This spell seems horribly complicated. To be honest, I'm not sure where to even begin. Figuring this out could take weeks. Shit.
I have no idea how or when I got this curse, but if I've been living with this for a while now, I must have known the spell, or someone must have been casting it for me. If Marco was the one who left this page behind, he must have had some kind of idea about all this.
So, he left you the page, hoping at least one of us would be able to learn this spell in the span of an hour. I can barely tell what's written on this shitty piece of paper. No offense, but I'd smack him across the face for this.
Maybe he hoped I'd be able to remember something if I saw it. But if I really knew this spell and used it before, I honestly can't recall any of it. Only thing that comes to my mind at this point... I suppose we're out of options. I need someone's help to cut off a limb.
I was worried you'd say that.
Abris, would you do me the honors? I won't be able to do this on my own. If that's what you want, I'll give you a hand with it.
Miss Mariko, wait. I'm afraid that won't solve the problem. The curse is going to keep on spreading regardless. This kind of curse, the source of your condition, it's not tied to your body, it's tied to your soul.
Are you sure? Why would it spread from my finger then?
Perhaps that's where the curse was placed. It's possible you came into contact with a cursed object by simply touching it. Wow, is something like that even a thing?
Again, are you sure?
You'll only end up with more suffering if you try getting rid of it in such a way, Miss Mariko. Please don't do that.
So much for that idea, then. Shit, it's crumbling again. It's almost at my elbow by now. I could watch my movements a bit more. I should watch my movements a bit more.
I'm so sorry. There's nothing I can do to help you.
It's not your fault, Yvonne.
Is this the point where we should ask you about any last requests? Miss Shira? What? I'm being serious. There's no point in denying it. She's gonna die in the next hour. Face reality. We might as well do something for her while we still have the chance.
How can you be so insensitive about it, though?
Patting her on the back and telling her everything's gonna be okay won't solve anyone's problem.
I swear, nobody here knows when to stop. You could say that again. That's thoughtful of you, Shira. But I think I just want to be left alone at this point. So, this is a thing that's happening. Honestly, I didn't expect things to end this way. The lack of answers is frustrating. We didn't manage to find a way out, and we still have no idea why we're here to begin with. Not that it matters to me anymore. I wonder what happened to Marco, and to Sher for that matter. Marco, did you really leave that page behind for me? Did you know something like this was going to happen?
Hey, I know you said you wanted to be left alone, but maybe you'd still like to have some wine with me? I found an unopened bottle down in the basement. I remember that alcohol always helped me relax, so I figured...
Some wine sounds good right now.
Bottoms up, then. Sorry for not thinking ahead and bringing some glasses for us. I was kind of in a hurry. Drink as much as you'd like.
Well, at least it smells like wine. Tastes like it, too. I guess that basement turned out good for something. Is it funny that I wish I had one of Marco's potions right now? Then I could just fall asleep and not think about this anymore. Would you mind if I leaned on your shoulder?
Go ahead. You know, I saw Yvonne crying on my way here. I guess it's no surprise that she's not taking the whole situation well. Mariko, you really did drink those potions with Marco, didn't you?
Yes, we really did.
Okay. In case it wasn't obvious yet, Sher and we didn't touch them. We just acted like we did. We figured that playing along could help us figure something out. But it seemed that Marco couldn't tell whether we actually drank them or not. Or maybe he really didn't care, just like he said from the beginning. Also, there's something else.
Something else?
Back when we drew the cards and you got the king, do you remember what card I drew? I was pretty vocal about it when Yvonne decided to pair up with Apris.
Oh, right. You were surprised you didn't end up with him since you got the 9.
Yeah.
What of it?
I actually kept the card I drew with me. Take a look at it now.
That's the king. What? Wait, you mean...
It seems I was right. Marco noticed I was trying to tamper with the cards because he was doing the same thing himself.
He put illusions on the cards?
How else would you explain this? What I don't get, though, if he had the ability to do this, why didn't he simply take the cane for himself? Why'd he give it to you? Did he do it just to avoid being suspicious, or did Marco want you to get the cane for some reason? Did he assume you'd choose him? Or was he hoping you'd choose someone else? I guess none of that really matters anymore. Damn, this whole situation sucks. I know this probably won't be much of a comfort to you, but trying to be realistic here, there's no telling if the remaining 3 of us will be able to get out of here alive either. If anything, you'll suffer less than we'll do. The prospect of staying here alone with Yvonne and Apris kind of scares me, to be honest. It's likely we'll start running out of food eventually, too. Those kinds of situations always bring out the worst in people.
Nobody said you won't find a way out of here, though. So don't give up just yet. I hope we manage to figure something out. Either way, I'm afraid it's slowly starting to reach my lungs. So...
It still amazes me how you're able to stay so calm. I'm pretty sure I'd be freaking out if I were in your situation right now. Hell, I'm kind of freaking out as it is, and you're the one going through this.
Is it weird that I'm not scared? On top of everything, it doesn't hurt, so maybe the realization of what's happening to me hasn't actually sank in yet.
I suppose that's some kind of comfort.
Thanks for sticking around.
You don't have to thank me for that. Also, if Marco ever comes back while we're still around, I'll be sure to kick his ass for you. That's a promise.
Red clues, 6. Okay, so we're gonna do Feather's route now. My throat is really messed up, so I'm not gonna try to do voices this time, unfortunately. Just read it normally, I guess. So you're right, I'd like to stay by his side. You honestly don't remember me, do you? Something I need to talk to you about. Ow, ow, what the hell? Feather just yanked my hand and... My. Don't... make a save. Don't. I'll give you the book. Oh. I said I'll give you the book. Let her go. Not until you hand it over. It's under the bed. Hilarious. Being serious, asshole. This is a joke. I'm slitting your throat instead. Be so kind and take a peek under the bed, sweetheart. No abrupt moves, either of you. The hell did I get myself into? There really is some kind of book here. The darkest place is under the candlestick, huh? I'm amazed you took this kind of gamble, brat. Flip through it and tell me if any pages are missing. Page 43 seems to be torn out. But other than that... half of this book's pages are blank. Is page 64 there? It's here. Show it to me. Now get lost. You wouldn't give this to me so easily. Where's the catch, brat? You want to know? The book won't help you. I can tell you from personal experience that you won't be able to jump anywhere outside of the barrier. Isn't that great? We've created a wonderful prison for ourselves. And if you haven't realized yet, this is the only timeline in which you're present inside the barrier. There's nowhere else you can jump to. So say your prayers. This is the end of the line for you. Feather? Hey. Marco, are you alright? I can't believe he actually left. He didn't hurt you. I think I was on the verge of having a panic attack. You were what? Don't tell me you were bluffing this whole time. Was I? I suppose I should thank you. What's your story with Feather, Marco? It's clear that you know each other. We are enemies, first and foremost. Of the absolutely worst kind. All you need to know is that you shouldn't trust him under any circumstances. He is not a good person, and he won't hesitate to hurt you. Believe me on this. What about you? You're telling me I can trust you? That's up for you to decide. Because, to be honest, I'm not much of a good person either. But if you want to take your chances under the current circumstances, I think you'd be better off trusting me instead of him. That guy's going to become desperate and unpredictable in the upcoming hours. Desperate? His time inside the barrier has run out, Marco, and he's painfully aware of it. I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up trying to kill us all just to get out of here. That's the kind of person he is. Is he really? Also, for the sake of everyone, don't tell anybody about what happened here. It would probably just make everything worse. So you say. Wouldn't it be better for everyone to know what to expect of Feather, though? Assuming Marco's telling the truth about this. I think I'll do some information gathering of my own before I end up jumping into any conclusions. That little runt. If I knew it would come to this. Feather? Go back to your friends, lady. Nothing good will come to you if you stay here with me. You call me by my name back upstairs, so you must remember something. You come running back to a guy who just held you hostage. You weren't really planning to hurt me, were you? You're honestly clueless about everything. Seems that way, doesn't it? So, mind telling me what's going on? What the... Feather? He just kissed me out of nowhere. Does this trigger any memories? It doesn't. Fascinating. It's anything but, Feather. And what exactly are you trying to tell me? That we kissed a lot? Or are you just using my memory loss to your advantage right now? Those seem to be the two most probable case scenarios, don't they? You're not one to give people straight answers, are you? Oh yes, that seems to be a hobby of mine. Besides, where's the fun in that? It's so amusing to see the expressions people make when they don't get to hear what they want to hear. Who do you pair up with earlier, Marco? With Yvonne. Well then, go back to her if you know what's good for you. How do you know I paired up with anyone in the first place? How do I know, indeed? I swear. What am I supposed to make of him? Feather. I see we both keep forgetting that you spent the past 2 days locked inside a wardrobe. In a wardrobe? Is that where you found me? I'm guessing you don't remember how you got there. The last thing I remember is being down here, working on some potions. Down here in the basement? Some low-life scoundrel must have sneaked up behind me and locked me out. Come on, let's get you upstairs. Yvonne should probably check up on you. Well, what do you know? The dead guy's awake. Huh. Marco and Sure don't seem to be in the kitchen. Mr. Feather, right? This person here is Miss Shira. Yell. The person by the stove is Mr. Apris. My name is Yvonne. It's good to see you awake. You must be the head nurse Mariko kept telling me about. Head nurse? All I said is that someone should check up on you because you clearly hit your head. Are you in pain anywhere, Mr. Feather? Oh, yes. So much pain. I'm afraid we'll need to do a more thorough body examination to find the source of it. Feather? Wow, this guy. Eat up. Such consideration. But I'll have to kindly decline. It so happens that I'm not that hungry. I can practically hear your stomach growling. You've been locked away in a closet for 2 days or more. It's a miracle you're even alive. Then again, if your wish is to die from starvation, I won't stop you. And no, it's not poisoned. Is that also your first worry? I guess we have something to high-five about, stranger. Apris is okay, though. I've eaten his meals a couple times by now, and I'm still alive. Thank you. As Yvonne already mentioned, my name's Feather. We might as well make it official. It's a pleasure meeting you all, weird circumstances aside. What do you know? He can behave if he wants to. Thank you for the meal. He actually ate all of it. Now that I'm well fed, I believe all that remains is taking a bath, dusty wardrobe and all. Are there any ladies who would be willing to join me? Dude, at least invite me to dinner first. Well, technically, we've just been to one. It's all for safety reasons, of course. It'd be such a pity if I were to lose my balance and hit my head again. Mr. Feather, I'm sure you'll be fine. What about you, Mariko? Care to join me? Only so I can keep an eye on you. Oh, not you too. This room seems to be just full of ladies that play hard to get. I can go with him to the bathhouse, but I don't have to take a bath with him. I actually have a few more questions I'd like to ask you. Do you now? Oh, Marco and Sure are here. My, who do we have here? Long time no see, Silver.
Feather.
You two know each other? What's more, sure remembers Feather somehow? Quite the predicament we have here. It seems you might have some decision-making ahead of you. What do you think? Whose side would you rather put your bets on?
I thought you two were working together.
The brat and I. Amusing.
He told me to follow his lead.
During my absence, yes. Wait, was Cher following Feather's and Marco's orders? If you want her to choose sides, then the decision is already made. I'm not gonna meddle in your affairs. I don't have that much of a death wish. I'm glad we understand each other.
Oh, good, you're still here. Mr. Feather. I'm sorry I didn't bring this up earlier, but there's something really odd about your aura.
Oh.
Did you cast some kind of spell? Your aura seems to be connected with Miss Mariko somehow.
Huh? What did you just say? Wait, don't tell me. You asshole, are you leeching off of her? He's what? I knew there was something off in your behavior. You wouldn't be this calm in your situation. Can somebody explain what the hell's going on? Mariko, I told you this guy's limit inside the barrier was up. He's currently stealing your mana pool to keep himself alive.
I was simply wondering if Miss Mariko was aware of it. Because while that may not be bad in itself, I can feel that the mana pool drains at a terribly alarming rate in such a configuration.
It's not like she's going to use it all on her own. Mariko has less time to spare than any of you do anyway. My intervention doesn't really change anything for her. Wait, Feather. You're doing this on purpose. Why do I know nothing of this? When did you even... Don't tell me he cast the spell back when he kissed me. That was the only time I was distracted in his presence. Yes, I'm leeching off of your precious mana pool. And I plan to continue doing it. Are you going to stop me? You could have asked me or something. And risk a potential no. Asking kindly rarely gives the desired outcome in the world we live in. Besides, Mariko, you have forgotten about your curse, haven't you? It'll kill you before your mana pool runs out, even with an additional person on the wagon. It just seemed the logical thing to do. Is that another one of your lies?
Cut the shit out, Feather. Stop leeching off of me.
I might have reconsidered if you had been fair about it with me. Funny, the Mariko I knew would have left me to rot without a second thought. Was I really that bad of a person? What was up with that kiss back in the basement den? Who knows? Are we going to take that bath before it gets dark? Hey, don't run away from this. There are towels here. Or are you planning to dance around naked in front of me? It wouldn't be the first time. Well, it kind of is, for me right now. Is it making you nervous? It is, actually. I have no idea if it's odd, but I do feel nervous around Feather for some reason. I'm not sure how to act in front of him. You don't have to cover yourself either. Yeah, no, I'm not about to entertain that idea. I'll just go ahead and sit on the edge here. It's truly amusing seeing you this flustered all over again. Yeah, well, memory loss apparently does weird things to people. Feather, you didn't lose your memories, did you? So it seems. A blessing in disguise, honestly. Our whole predicament would have been hopeless if nobody remembered a thing. Though I guess nothing good came out of it in the end, either way. We're not going to get out of here, are we? The others might. But the two of us, well, that certainly might be problematic. You said you had questions. What's on your mind, Mariko? How old are we? Feather, how old are we? How long has it been since we met? How long do you think it's been? I'm asking you. I asked you a question, not told you to come closer. Still nervous. Just answer my question. We've been living together for the past 50 years, Mariko. So, that painting, one you found in the library, it was real, yes. Shit, I knew it. Feather, are you a vampire? Am I a vampire? He wants to bite my neck. Cute. But no. God damn it, Feather, don't scare me like that. Are vampires even a thing? Who knows? I've never met one, at least. So, dragon blood. It was one of the ingredients for the potion, yes. Shit. You're honestly telling me I forgot over 50 years of my life? This is baffling. And quite fascinating to boot. What did this potion give us? Immortality? There's no such thing as immortality, Mariko. It simply makes us grow old a lot more slowly. You could say I fixed your aging problem. If it weren't for the potion, bound by that right with Ishin, you would have been most likely dead by now. And nothing comes without a price. There are drawbacks too, of course. Like what? Like the fact that we're unable to have children anymore, for instance. You're serious. Well, that's... I'm not even sure how to feel about that. That was something you've been upset about for quite a while. But you got used to it over the years. And it actually made things convenient in the long run. So, we were... Did you ever pay attention to the rings on my fingers? What? Feather, don't tell me. We're actually married. You should see the look on your face. Wait, was this supposed to be a joke? Feather, for fuck's sake, this isn't funny. He's kissing me again. What the hell's wrong with this guy? What the hell's wrong with me? We never got married, no. But we did have a thing going on, if that's what you're still wondering about. However, since you don't remember anything, you're probably getting the wrong idea when I say that. We were both friends, lovers, and enemies to one another at the same time. I think frenemies is the word nowadays. There was a lot of passion between us, but never the sappy, emotional kind. Our feelings hovered in between the borders of I hate you and I'm attracted to you. I never was good boyfriend material, and we both understood that very well. We were never loyal either. We always liked hurting one another in all kinds of ways. The fact that time practically stood still for us changed our approach to things. I suppose we were simply selfish, both of us. It sounds messed up, Feather. In a way, it was, but we both reveled in the game we were playing. Is he getting out? Hey, wait, I still have questions I want to ask. Heather. Why is he ignoring me all of a sudden? Marco? My, this day is just packed full of surprises, isn't it? I didn't think you'd still be here. What's keeping you, brat? Why haven't you run away yet? You had multiple opportunities by now. But of course. You're waiting for me to breathe my last breath so that you can get back the book, aren't you? You're not gonna leave her be, are you? Honestly, what's the deal with you two? And we're here again. Holy crap. Feather just pushed me to the bed. I'm trying to make out what kind of picture this is. I got it. Let's be honest with ourselves here. You wouldn't be following me around if you didn't want something from me. Yeah, just a few more questions answered, thank you. Oh please, you can drop the pretense. We both know what that something really is, don't we? I wouldn't mind giving it to you. Unless you're expecting some love confessions or actual affection from me. In which case, you might end up severely disappointed. We're about to die, and this is the only thing you can think of? Well, why not make the best of our final hours while we still have the chance? Just think about it, Mariko. We slept with each other more times than I can count. You might not remember anything, but I know your body like the back of my hand. What you like and what you don't. I know which buttons I have to push to make you squirm in delight. Okay, stop. I followed you to seek answers, not sex. Really? Could have fooled me. Cut the crap, Feather. I'm not in the mood for this. Did that finally get through his thick skull? Oh well, such a pity. He laid down on the bed next to me. If that's what you want, I'm not about to force you. I don't take pleasure in that kind of thing. Could have fooled me. Feather and me. We really did spend these past 50 years together, didn't we? It just feels so odd not remembering any of it. Feather said we were both lovers and enemies, but I actually have a hard time picturing that. What was our relationship really like? I wonder how this whole situation must feel to him at that. Feather, does it hurt? Is that what you've been worried about? Nothing's going to hurt, I promise. I'm not talking about that. I mean the fact that I don't remember anything. Huh. I have forgotten all about you, Feather. I've been mad at you and your attitude towards me, but... Don't tell me you were worried about little ol' me. Now that's a side of you I haven't seen in a long time. Is he just saying that? Also, if there really was no actual love between us, why do I feel so nervous whenever Feather's close to me? You're overthinking things, Mariko. Or maybe Apris was right. Perhaps love and physical attraction aren't always paired together. Wait, when did he say that? My body feels so hot. It's like I have molten lava flowing through my veins instead of blood. I can't even imagine how much worse it would be if I wasn't in here. How are you feeling?
exhausted, but I guess it's starting to subside a bit. Did you plan this from the beginning? To make 2 potions? Yes. I needed a guinea pig after all. Of course you did. Why am I even surprised? So I'm guessing now you expect me to watch over you while you drink the potion yourself. What gave it away? You saw what was happening to me throughout the whole thing. You trust me enough to let me watch over you while you helplessly squirm and toss around the floor in pain for the next day or 2? Well, I could always lock the door behind me. Are you planning to take advantage of me while I'm at my most vulnerable, Mariko? Well, you watched over me first, so... Well, I'm still pissed that you didn't tell me what it was that you wanted me to drink beforehand. Overthinking this would have just made you hesitate. Look on the bright side. Now you have it all behind you. I could have died during the process, right? But you didn't. And you just keep on surprising me with that. Did you actually expect me to die? Well, the possibility was always there. If you die in me, I'm going to kill you, Feathor. I can't believe it's already been 5 years since I met Feathor. Eek. I learned a lot of things about him in these past years, but in some regards, he's still an enigma to me. What puzzles me the most, though, I'm not a child anymore. I know that Feathor has his needs. There have been more nights than I can count that he spent outside of the mansion. I've seen from his interactions with other people that he's always been a ladies' man. And gods only know how many women he spent his nights with. And yet, for as long as I have known him, Feathor has never made a move on me, not a single time. It simply makes me wonder, is there something wrong with me? Am I not attractive enough? Are you sure you don't want to stay in the cold storage for a while longer? It's not as bad anymore. I'll live. You said this makes you barren. That's one of the side effects, yes. Well, then, prove it to me. Are you sure you want that? And here I was, trying to keep my distance this whole time. Keep your distance? Since when? Since you grew into a fine woman, Mariko. But before we get carried away anywhere, you need to understand one thing. I don't make a habit of getting emotionally involved with people. If you ever try looking for something more, you'll most likely end up disappointed. Wait, you mean to tell me that I mean nothing to you after those 5 years we spent together? 50? Oh, I didn't say that. All I'm saying is that you should never expect me to put you before any of my goals. That's... fair enough. What about you, though? Are you sure you want to indulge yourself in such a dangerous game? Feelings can be tricky devils to control. That's... Or is it already too late for you? Feathor? Shit, did we fall asleep? Had a good nap. I think I remembered something. Oh? Did we drink the potions inside of the cold storage? You remembered that? Well, drinking that type of potion makes the cells in your body reconstruct themselves. A lot of energy is released in the process. If you don't try to keep your body temperature below a certain degree, you'll basically fry to death. So yes, the cold storage helped us survive the whole thing. This mansion was built on a ley line, making it a place of power. The cold storage made use of that power for all these years. Even I was surprised with how well that functions. The barrier makes good use of that power as well. The barrier does?
Under normal circumstances, that barrier wouldn't even be half as big as it is now. Huh. It's actually one of the spells you can find in this book. Were you the one who set up the barrier? You had this book with you when we first met, didn't you? Yes, to both of your questions. Its pages are filled with descriptions of spells related to time magic. If it got into the wrong hands, it could turn the whole world upside down. The legend says that the original book was destroyed around 500 years ago. This is a handwritten copy made by my mother. By your mother? Wait, did you just say 500 years ago? Is that when she made the copy? Just how old did you think we're the only people who happen to have extended lifespans? I had to have learned about the potion from someone. My mother wasn't that old, though. How she managed to get her hands on the book still remains a mystery even to me. I'm guessing some time traveling happened on her part. But she said she needed to have the book to do that in the first place, so... Sounds like some sort of paradox. Well, my mother's dead, so I won't be getting an answer out of her anymore. So I won't be getting an answer from her anytime soon. You could say this book was a parting gift from her. Feathor, what are you doing? You just put the goddamn book on fire. Just making sure that it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. What? Listen, Mariko. The whole reason why we're here is because we happen to have an angry demon hell-bent on snuffing out our lives. And in the most brutal way possible, I bet. We weren't powerful enough to get rid of that demon by ourselves alone, so we came up with a plan. We split up and went out into the world, trying to find individuals that would be willing to help us out with our little problem. Because, you see, the book wasn't the only parting gift I got from my mother. I also got a soul stone from her. So the plan was for us to... We used that stone dozens of years ago. We used it? Mainly out of curiosity and for research purposes. However, it didn't work very well for us. We were merged together for barely a few seconds. Do you know why? Because of lack of trust between us? Precisely. We're a terrible match, Mariko. So, what was up with that note? The one telling us to find the stone in the mansion? We managed to find a second stone a few years ago. I didn't foresee the fact those would be so hard to find. They could be manufactured, but the process takes a terribly long amount of time. Looking back on it, it's a pity we used the first one. It was a waste, and we would have two in our possession right now otherwise. Either way, you were the one who dragged Yvonne and Apris to the mansion, Mariko. Shura and Shira were my contribution to the cause. Although the last two ended up here under odd circumstances. I always said you make a better leader than me. I'm not the type to invoke trust in people, unlike you. So, wait, if I dragged Yvonne and Apris here, and you did the same with Shira and Shur, how does Marco fit into all this? How did he get here? The brat? He's a different story. One that unnerves me to even talk about. It's clear by now that you're not on the best of terms with each other. It's like he crashed the party or something. In a sense, he did. And in a sense, I can't really blame him. But it still pisses me off. You could say that it's my fault that he's here. I had no other choice but to drag him into this. Or, well, I didn't find any other solution. I just didn't think that idea would backfire this badly. You just love to speak in riddles, don't you? Feather, is Marco related to either of us somehow? There's no yes or no answer to that question. How's there not? Sorry, Mariko, but there's something you should know. This is all on you. You are the strongest person of the people stuck in here, which also makes you the most important player in the game. The plan consisted of you using the stone with someone, but that someone couldn't have been me. I know you had no way of telling what option held the highest chance of survival for us. But initially, choosing Marco or Sure or ending up with me should have been a dead end from the start. The three of us didn't lose our memories. And since we knew what this whole thing was about, we had to act and deceive. Our trust would have been forced. Well, I suppose that's that. I'm afraid our time is running out for good. Do you have any last requests? Sounds like you do. I might actually have one, yes. Am I going to regret asking? It's something you will most likely find odd, especially with your current state of mind. But it's something we've been meaning to try out for a few years now. Okay, I'm listening. We didn't have much luck in finding the right person for it. The right person? How would you like the idea of having the brat join us? Join us? Wait, you mean like joining us together in bed? Mm-hmm. You can't be serious. How is Marco the right person for something like that to begin with? I can only imagine him freaking out the moment we tried proposing something like this. I'm pretty sure the thought has crossed his mind at least once by now. I'm also pretty sure that he likes you. How can you even assume something like that? There's something I'm missing in all of this. In this situation, that makes it even more fun. I won't force you into it if you find the idea too disturbing, of course. But aren't you at least a little bit intrigued? Getting to spend the night with two guys has to be somewhere on your ultimate fantasy list. Are you out of your mind? It's not happening. Spoil sport. Heather, seriously. I said no before, and I'm still saying no. I'm not going to indulge in your perverted fantasies. Suit yourself. There's one last thing I'd like to know more about. Why is that demon even after us, Feather? Well, that's a bit of a long story. But the short version is that someone was young and stupid. Are you talking about yourself? Oh, har. No, I'm talking about the girl that got possessed. If we had only the means to find out what that demon's real name is, none of this would be so complicated. It's a funny thing with demons, really. Once you know their true name, they grow weak in your presence. All you need to do is come into physical contact with them, and all of a sudden they can barely lift a finger anymore. Otherwise, well, getting on a demon's bad side usually gets you killed. They're on a whole other level of power compared to us humans. Even if you're a 100-year-old mage, what's that compared to a demon who might as well be millennia old? I can see your point. That's depressing. And for some reason, the demon possessing that lass apparently made its life mission to kill everyone from her family and everyone involved with it in a sweet act of revenge for ruining her beauty sleep. Everyone from her family? Whoa, you wanted to know who she is. Her name is Anne Blairnot. Anne Blairnot? What the hell? I thought everyone from my family was already dead. You're right, they are. You're the last remaining survivor of your family, so I am currently the last of mine. In this timeline, Mariko. Wait, don't tell me. That girl there is my fiancé. Your fiancé? Seriously? It was an arranged thing between our families, though. To be completely honest, I couldn't care any less about her. But that's hardly the best part in all this. The best part is, she's your granddaughter. Not funny, Feather. I swear, if this is another one of your stupid jokes. Not this time, Mariko. Oh, I guess saying it like that isn't entirely correct. I should be saying that she would be your granddaughter had history followed its original path. You... by making me drink that potion... Yes, I robbed you of your motherhood in a sense. But I also saved your life because of it. In the timeline I came from, Mariko Blairknot died during childbirth. But that was a different Mariko. That Mariko's mansion never burned down, and that Mariko never met a suspicious stranger in the forest. She lived a happy life with her mother, her dragon, and her husband. I had a husband? And then she died at the age of 29. I wasn't even alive at that point in time, though. My mother told me about it later on. I was born 11 years after your death. It's probably a lot to take in. No shit. This is too messed up to be even made up. Who was I even married to? Some kind of loser, probably. Wow, Feather. You really like to push it, don't you? After Anne went on a rampage and started killing everyone, my mother sent me 55 years back into the past. As a means of protecting me, I suppose. And for those 55 years, I lived here. But it seems that little Anne followed me through the portal. She simply arrived a little late. So that demon followed you here. She doesn't even know I'm alive, does she? You arranged all of this just to save yourself. You... That's me. That's the man you fell for, Mariko. I believe that now you might have a better understanding of how our relationship worked. You asshole. Don't forget that it's your family's fault that we're in this situation to begin with. You just told me that I have little to do with that family anymore. Well, you're right. That's actually one of the reasons why I didn't outright kill you when we first met. Because gods know, that thought crossed my mind more than once. You wanted to kill me back in the forest? Mm-hmm. To be honest, I was almost sure you wouldn't survive that ritual. I never told you how slim the chances for your survival after I cast the spell on you would be. I simply figured you'd make for an excellent guinea pig. I had someone to test it on for the first time. But you survived, to my surprise. And then, after you told me you were one of the Blairknots... Yes, I was planning to kill you back then. So, what changed your mind? It's hard to say, really. I wanted to get rid of you, but at the same time, I was also intrigued what would happen if I didn't kill you. And just like that, you let me stay with you. Call it a whim on my part. I could also use you later on to drink the potion first, of course. Of course. Are you mad? Am I mad? What kind of question is that? I can't believe how much of an asshole you actually are. How can you even say all this as if you didn't care? Is this amusing to you? Feather, people are dying because of you right now. So what? It's a price I never minded paying. And neither did you, Miss Justice. Don't forget that you've always been the most important player in this game, Mariko. The deaths of the people trapped in here are still all on you. You didn't manage to save me, and you didn't manage to save yourself. And now, we all die. Mere mortals. Well, not so mere when you think about us, but it changes nothing now. Just like that. Poof.
Okay. Normal end. Sure, why not? Splendid. Actually, I have a few more questions. Fine. I don't mind us sharing my monopool. Still don't like how you did this behind my back, hoping I won't notice, but fine. I don't mind us sharing my monopool. I guess we'll be dying together. Isn't that just romantic? I see your sense of humor hasn't changed, at least. Well, are we going to take that bath before it gets dark? How old are we? Messed up. Shit, the way he said that. Ah, man. And the way he's touching my thigh. It's already making my brain shut down. I can't hear you saying no. Enjoying yourself, Mariko. We barely even started, though. Let's rock your world a little bit, shall we? Feather, you have a piercing. I do, yes. You're the one who helped me get it, actually. I did. Does it weird you out? We simply wanted to try out something new. It added some new sensations for us both, and we found ourselves enjoying it, so it stayed. Alright then. I'll take your word for it. Feather and me, we really spent those past 50 years together, didn't we? That might explain why the overall topic of sex doesn't feel like that huge of a deal to me. I've gotten so used to it that it became just another part of everyday life. Although, right now, it's still thrilling, probably because of my memory loss. I'm not even sure what to expect right now. It feels odd not remembering any of it. Feather said we were both lovers and enemies, but I actually have a hard time picturing that. What was our relationship really like? I wonder how this whole situation must feel to him at that. Feather has kissed me twice already. Third time's the charm, right? Let me be the one to initiate it this time. I want to see how he reacts to a bit of affection. Oh my, what was that for? Feather, does it hurt? Why do I feel so nervous whenever Feather's close to me? You ever thinking things, Mariko? Why don't we distract those thoughts of yours with something more enjoyable? Or maybe Apris was right. Three of us didn't lose our memories, and since we knew what this whole thing was about, we had to act and deceive. Our trust would have been forced. Shit, you just... Did we reach our limit? I'm afraid so. Correction though, it seems I have reached my limit. Wait. You never realized, did you? I cut the link between us while we were in the bathhouse. What? Don't tell me, you distracted me with that kiss again. Why, after you said it would make no difference to me? It still doesn't. Whether I get to live a few minutes more, or whether you'll get to do it, it still doesn't change the fact that we're both going to die. But since you were willing to share your energy with me, I suppose that struck a nerve. Don't tell me your cold heart got moved by something like that.
Don't misunderstand me now. I realized something in the meantime. It actually might make a difference. As long as my assumption is correct. I want you to make use of your remaining time and go talk to the brat. To Marco? Tell him that my dying wish was to let you jump. To let me jump? Some last words of advice for you, Marco. While the brat is currently my worst enemy, he might actually turn out to be your biggest ally. You should trust him and stick to his ideas. If my assumption is correct, he'll do everything to keep you alive. Are you being serious? Believe me, he cares about you more than he lets on. Go to him. Unless you want to get off on watching me die here. Feathor. I'm sorry, Mariko, but this history holds no happy endings for the two of us. If you're still determined to look for any, you need to do it elsewhere. Now go, you don't have much time left. Marco? Hey. If you're waiting for the book, Feathor just burned it. Alright, I kind of assumed he'd do that. Well, he saved me the trouble. Were you also planning to burn it? Marco, wait. Feathor told me to go and talk to you. He said that his dying wish is to let me jump. Whatever that means. He knew I had a duplicate all along. Of course, it was only logical to assume that. And I thought I was getting soft. Shit, my hand feels itchy all of a sudden. I have a terrible sense of deja vu. Follow me. Wait, that's the same book Feathor just burned upstairs. Are there actually two of those? The one upstairs was a duplicate that came to existence because of an interrupted spell. You can thank Sure for that one. What? Listen, Mariko. I'm not sure what good this is going to do. It might as well be just a waste of mana. But I'm going to send your consciousness back in time. I'll try to direct you to before the card drawing, but you might end up wherever, really. This isn't something I'm able to control that easily. Yet. You want to send me back in time? I only have one request. If you do manage to end up before deciding who to pair up with, please choose anyone but me. If you choose me, all of this is going to be for naught. It's because you never lost your memories, right? I never lost my memories, no. But that's because I never had any memories of my own to begin with. Wait, what? What do you mean? I wasn't even here when the barrier went up, Mariko. You weren't here. Remember how I said that I saw such a barrier from the outside once before? I actually lied about that. You lied about it. I never saw the barrier from the outside. You were the one who did, Mariko. I probably sound like a broken record by now, but I'm so confused. Back when you got cursed, you had no idea what to do. Neither you nor Feathor did. You were starting to fall apart. Every minute counted in your condition. Feathor decided to put up the barrier, hoping to buy time and find some kind of solution to keep you alive. You stayed outside the barrier back at the time. And while you waited those 10 minutes, Feathor researched whatever means he could for almost a whole year. He didn't manage to find a spell that could cure your condition, but he did find a way to postpone it. He managed to master the spell during his stay inside the barrier. He also taught it to you afterwards, so that you'd be able to survive on your own, but that's how Feathor used up his time inside the barrier. And also the reason why he couldn't stay inside of it for much longer than he did right now. So this claw was Feather's idea. And in a sense, he sacrificed something of his in order to save my life. But because he did that for me, now he's... Life can be cruel, don't you think? Does this mean Feather actually cared about me, despite denying it so many times? Why didn't he tell me anything? Marco, how do you know all this? Why are you even telling me this now, after he's... Do you want an honest answer? That guy was a bad person, to you and to everyone else. I wanted him to have a taste of his own medicine. Yeah, I simply wanted him to die. Although, I guess, deep inside, a part of me was also hoping that you could forgive him. Forgive him? Come on, let's do this. You don't have much time left. Marco, do you think you were actually in love with him? With Feather? Why do you ask? Yeah, sorry. You don't have to answer that. I was just curious, I guess. Have a safe trip, Mariko. Congratulations, congratulations, dear daughter of mine. I'm so proud. I'm happy for you, my lady. Thank you, both of you. Did you think of any names yet? I have, actually. If it's a girl, I'll name her Maria. And if it's a boy, I'll name him Marco. I really like that name. Yay! Alright. So that's that. There's a quote-unquote secret route, which is technically Marco's true end, but, it's like true end for everyone. So I'm gonna cover that later. Hopefully my voice won't be, so hoarse when I do that, because, that seems like boring, like me not giving characters that energy, Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.